Hello everyone. So yeah, long time no speak, I guess. Don't YouTube be starting. So yeah, it's a Dalek. We're back on with the Daleks. Where do I even start? I'm on a little project, and I mean this, a project that is not going to be moulded. It's a one-off commission. And as you can tell what design this is going to be, it's one of my own designs. So it's not the most exciting thing, but yeah, I've started, and this is so far, all this apart from the eye has taken one day. It's basically going to be used in everyday household items, as you can probably tell by... I've got a dog in my face. Can you please stop? It's a wash basket that I've trimmed, and it is on wheels now. I've been and done that. It's trying to just make something really quick with, like I say, using everyday items. So the dome used to be one of these, oh god, what's the word? Chandelier light, I couldn't remember it then. So it's metal, which is a good thing, so this is what it looks like. It's 40 centimetres in diameter, so yes, it's very interesting, oddball. And I've cut it today. I've created this chamfer by creating a jig with my table saw. So this is not fiberglass, and the beauty thing is metal, so I can stick magnets on it, and that gives you like an idea of what I can do with it. I came up with my own design. It's still not finished, you know, obviously there's a lot of work to do, but this is the start, and ignore the mess, like I say, because of the news on the other thing, because I'm going to talk about pretty much everything of where I am currently. I have bought the house, and I am just currently going through the last stages, so soon we will no longer be here. We will, hopefully in a month's time or so, I would say, we'll be in a new home that I've bought, so that's exciting. So I can't wait to show that. That'll be like the big video that'll be coming soon to show it off. I'm going to have about 5 cameras as well that I need to get to record the 2 dogs' reaction. So everything's like a live reaction, basically, of seeing them go into each room, let them let off to see what they do in each room and what they choose. But enough on that for the house, because we're not here for that. We're still on that waiting stage. But yeah, I thought I want to do a little project that's quick and easy, and something that I used to do Daleks, as you always know. I used to do them where I wasn't moulding them, and reason why they take so long. So this whole idea stemmed from that bad boy over there. And I'm still working on it. I've got loads to do still. This is also a part of the thing. This is reusing one of the old hemispheres. If it'll focus. Yep. So it has that nice groove in there. And this is a 3D print, so I need to eventually make a mould of that. A bit like... it's down there somewhere. Yeah. That old mould in there. But that's too big. And I've still got all these parts for the paradigm. I am still on with that, but I'm going to leave that for the time being, because this one's the more important one now. Because next year I want to go to Comic-Con, and like I say, so this is going to be a prototype to see how it works. And like I say, it's my own take. It's a mix between movie Daleks, paradigm Daleks with the metallic finish and other little things once it's painted, and comic style Daleks, if you remember the TV21 Daleks. This is what I'm trying to be basically inspired by. I'm trying to do it as quick as possible, everything built by hand, so no 3D prints. I want to do this, like I say, by hand, so everything it's got to be done quick. I've thought of how everything's going to be done. I've drawn out the fin on the, well, not the wall, on the piece of card. The design on this, it's going to have a very short base, so a black round base. The skirt is going to be the tallest, yes, Oddball, the tallest piece. It's in, like I say, you can slightly tell it's inspired by other Daleks. The gun box is going to be very basic. It's literally just going to be a box push. It's going to have a slit cut out at the front, so instead of the boxes on the side being shown, it's going to be a one big box shoved in the front. The belt is also going to be moulded like I did with the Death Zone Dalek, where the bands will be created from hardboard and focus, so the same stuff as this material, and it will be wrapped in fiberglass. That's the only part really I'm going to do fiberglass is on the band to make sure it don't fall apart. And this camera really don't like focusing today. And the skirts, I've thought of how I'm going to do that, and as mentioned before, instead of doing sheets of ply and trying to cut them down, just get thin stock pieces of wood. I need to bevel them, so I need a table saw. I'm going to just focus it on that because it really doesn't like it for some reason. It's trying to focus on something. It's really not liking it today. Right, yeah. Strips of wood, beveled at each angle, and then buttered up against each other to create those very sharp seams. And then in between there will be plywood, then, you know, pasted up, cut it, you know, mark it, cut it, and then glue it, and then fiberglass that together, cut out the holes, makes a mould of that hemisphere and everything. This does look big, but it's actually not, it's quite small. The plunger that came today, this is also from the internet, and it's a real plunger, not like as in, when I say real, I mean it's a rubber one. It's about 10 centimeters in diameter, I believe, I think, yeah, and it just, that's also in scale to everything. I was going to use one of my original ones from Wilco's, but where is it? Yeah, they decided to chew it up. But yeah, this one's, or was a lot, as you can tell, a lot bigger. This is your standard size. So this actually is in scale to this build. Eventually, like I say, I will leave a link to every single part that I've done in case anyone wants to follow. But yeah, it's just a chandelier dome light, not dome light, dome. The beakers are, so on this side it's just a clear one from, I'm from the UK, so not B&M, Pound Stretcher I think. And then I came up with the idea of, well, I want them to also be defused, and I thought of another thing is, the ones we have a lot in the UK are these kid drink ones where they're very flimsy plastic when you press on them. But I thought them putting in, and you can get them in different colours as well, so red, blue, yellow. And I thought they would look nice on the inside. It gives a rib design on the inside, and the outside is smooth. It's going to have a bowl. Well done, Nodball. There's going to be a wooden bowl. This is wood as well, this piece. I was going to have grooves, but it just didn't work out. And that's an egg, or was an egg, and then I've drilled out the centre with a spade bit. This, I don't know if you can still get them, but this was actually, believe it or not, a spray bottle, which this was left from. Camera really hates me today. So that's what that was. I am going to eventually, these bits here are going to be body filled. If you know me, I love doing a lot of body filling. Not. And this was all MDF sandwiched together. Like I say, I made a track today. 30 degrees on the saw, cut them. This one is one from underneath, and then I transferred it under here. So if you can see, it's a bit like a paradigm, but I took my own little artistic licensing on it. The eye is very 60s inspired, and it's these I used to have these torches. My method when I was younger, I'm using lots of old methods from when I was first building Daleks, and this is hot glue. It's a perspex disc, hot glue in the centre to give it an opaque finish. And it would be, if I could get oh, I haven't got a torch. If I get the camera to show the depth, this is what that looks like. So yeah, it's because of how small this room is. It's not great for all my new subscribers who are watching. Like I say, I am moving and I do a lot of Dalek builds, but a lot of things have been going wrong at the minute. But this is just a little project I'm currently on. And hopefully when we're at the new house I can explain why everything will not be cramped in the house anymore. And I can't wait to show off the new house. Honestly, this is a massive thing for me. It's something that it's been needing to happen for many years. If I want to keep doing these things and go to events eventually now, instead of just building them and then nothing happening. So yeah, that's it is on wheels. Like I say, if I was to move it, it's not very finny at the minute because it's very rough is the inside. It's, you know, it's just on a wooden base at the minute, and it's only got 3 wheels because I accidentally bought 1 wheel. That's wrong. So it was rocking all over the place, so I found out that one of the wheels was too big. So yeah, and like I say, it is rough. There's like little bits on the top. It needs all sanding properly for this to move on the track properly. I've got to yet build the rings, and like if I show you by my design, they are going to be a bit like Paradigm. So normal ring, normally the 80mm, I'm going with 12mm for the top and 12mm for the bottom to give them a bit of thickness. But as you can see, one goes that way and one goes that way, a bit like the Paradigms, with the whatever the under bit was, just to give it a bit of a new design. And that's roughly where it stands. It is very short. I'm pretty much a short lad. I'm 5'6", not 5. 5'6", 7. I think these Daleks will stand just about under 5 foot, so they are very small. Which is something that I really do like, because Daleks should be small and have those really low doors, and these definitely will have low doors if I was to do a set. But there's a reason why I'm building this, as if I've ranted on and gone in circles, there is a thing that I want to do with it. One Comic-Con next year, and if any other Dalek Guinness World Record, which I'm going to be missing this year, but hopefully next year. Oh, if there is one next year, I mean, if the next one, whenever it is, I'll take one of these Daleks, and if I like them, I've been thinking I'm going for, these designs are like, they remind me of 1950s household appliances, like American stuff, hence the reason behind that looks something from the 1950s, so that's what I'm trying to take on board with these. And I'm going to do one in the red, obviously the drone, maybe the gold, if I can find another gold, because the paint I've used for this is the paint, by the way. Focus. That took forever. Ford Tango Red, Dynamic Red. Thirst, whatever that is. And yeah, that's all you get. You don't get really big cans. They are good though. That painted roughly that entire Dalek there. So it is good if you're doing a toy. And I mean that from what it was before, if you've seen my updates, or if you know what it was originally. Yeah, the metallic red looks so much nicer, and you can see the difference there. So yeah, red, gold, and then metallic green, and then if I decide to have so many more in this house, because by the way, it is a big house for one person and 2 dogs, and the other 5 Daleks that are here, there and everywhere in this house and garden, but they'll be going in storage when I get to explain what I've got. I'm really excited to show off this house. I really can't wait. It is like, it's not the dream house obviously. Oh, well, I'm talking, because it's going to be a long time since I do another video, because I never know when I'm going to do this. So the plans for this year and next year, all being well, nothing throws any spanners in my works. I was thinking it this year, but that may not happen because these two are still not grown up enough. I'm not really much of a holiday person, but next year I do want to go somewhere, and obviously I'm not an abroad person, but I want to go somewhere that I've not been since 2008 when I was on a school trip, and that is to go to London. And obviously because of these two I want to take them too. I think Penny would be fine, but that one not so much. She needs to get a bit better. So yeah, I want to take them with me and do a little vlog. Obviously I'm not going to be on my own. I can't have 2 dogs on my own all the way in London. But yeah, that's one thing that I want to do next year. When I move in the house, there is going to be a bit of work done in places. It's a beautiful house, by the way, don't get me wrong. I can't, like I say, when I get to the video of uploading it and showing it off, yeah, I'll be explaining in full detail of what rooms are getting done up and what I'm going to be building, all being well. I've got all these brilliant ideas for, you know, all the new stuff like what I bought ages ago. So yeah, so London, a London trip, I want to go do that. Sometime this year, hopefully, fingers crossed, all being well, I am going to be meeting some friends who bought one of the dogs from the same litter as these two, with their pup, their brother basically. Because I did mean to go to it, but then something happened. But they want us to meet up, and they want to meet Penny and Oddball, and I want them to meet their brother again. Because it's been a while, and that'll be hopefully something. Maybe if I can record it, I will. Just a little vlog of that, since though my channel is Dalek Dalmatian, so Dalmatians and Daleks are the main focus. And it's my channel, I can do what I want, you know, sort of thing. So there's that happening. Maybe I did say to her, hopefully in July or August time I should be able to see them. This year, obviously, like I say, the house, hopefully within the month I will be then set up, I hope. Like, I still don't know at the minute, but you know, I have bought it, so there's definitely that. And I'll be going through what my plans are of it's mainly 2 rooms that I'm doing up, but I'll leave that for the video when we're actually there. What else? The videos that I'm just uploading are just what I feel like uploading, and just when I ain't got much to do. But yeah, you've got this, because this, like I say, I'm not moulding, so before people say, oh god, here he goes again, another Dalek, he gets halfway through and then he's gonna give up because the moulding process takes forever. This is not going to take forever because it's going to be built as in a timber one-off, you know, like as if someone who just wanted to build a fan-made Dalek just were like, I just want to build one, and they just get whatever materials they can. Like I say, the wash basket, I was really proud of that, and the dome. When I found that, and that's what gave me the inspiration. So yeah, that doesn't look like much, but it has been, I'd say, 3 days straight, if I had to put it. And like I say, some people will be like, don't look like much, but it is a lot of work that I've put into it, and a lot of figuring out of, you know, I need to get the bulbs off the other one. This one's going to have all the electronics in this one and have it all set, and this will be then the new icon for Crimson Red Era for this year, as it is the metallic red. So yeah, 20 minutes, I guess that would do it. Until then, no idea what the next video will be. I'll see you then.